All right, happy Wednesday, everybody. How we doing?
Thanks everybody for hopping on today. Looks like we've got a handful of folks here and we're excited to get started. So, what's the big deal about Ignite? We just had a poll. Looks like several of you have been to this before. My name is John Gohl. I'm the Director of Client Experience at Aspire. And joining me in the booth today is from our customer success team, Senior Director Travis Wills. Travis, how you doing this morning?
Doing fantastic, John. Ignite's Super Bowl week for Aspire. Super excited to talk about it today.
It is Super Bowl, and football should almost officially be kicked off by then. And we also have Jenna Ward. So Jenna's been with Aspire for about 2 years now. She's our event specialist. Jenna, how goes it?
Going well. Also, Ignite is our Super Bowl on the events team. So, very, very excited to be here today to talk about it.
And then coming all the way from Argentina, Bel. Che Bel, what's up?
Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Ignite webinar.
Fantastic. So, folks, just a reminder that this will be recorded. So, the webinar, the slides, will be recorded if you need to reference anything. Jenna's going to go through some things later that you might want to check out again. And we're going to have a Q&A at the end. So for folks that have questions, haven't been here before, or I have been here before, there'll be an opportunity to do that. And feel free to submit questions throughout the webinar. And then we're going to have a session at the end to tackle that. So
Awesome. Hey,
overview
John.
the
John,
agenda. So
yeah,
yeah.
I'm interrupting. I apologize. I just wanted to talk real quick about this poll that we've got going on out there. About a third of the people joining us are looking forward to their very first Ignite conference. So super excited that you guys have joined us. About 60%, actually almost 70%, are either going into their very first one or have only been to one or two. So a lot of newer faces, and we got a couple people that have been to a whole bunch of Ignite or user conferences. They weren't always called Ignite, and they weren't always this big of a party either. But we've been doing them for a while. We're super excited all of you joined us.
Yeah, we are. And for those veterans that have been here before, thanks so much for coming again. Obviously, you know what to expect, and we're going to talk about expectations for those new people. We've got some key sessions that you're obviously not going to want to miss. Jenna's going to help us understand how to plan the event. And then we've got a live raffle coming at the end of this. It will be one free ticket to Ignite. And I'm going to let Belle talk on that for just a minute.
Thank you, John. So we're doing a live raffle for a free ticket to Ignite. And the way that you can participate is if you put either a hands up emoji, thumbs up emoji, or your name on the chat. I will enter you for a raffle that we will do at the end of this webinar.
Sounds good. Let's take a little bit deeper dive into the agenda, shall we, Jenna?
Yeah, definitely. So this is a super high level view, not getting into our deeper sessions or anything right here, but just want to call out that the main conference starts at 1:30 on Monday the 15th. So if you are not attending pre-conference workshops, you'll just want to make sure that you're on site and ready to sit down for our keynote at 1:30. And then the whole conference will wrap up by 11 a.m. on the 17th. So just make sure to kind of book your travel accordingly and make sure you're there throughout the entirety of the conference.
And talk about a keynote. So we do a deep dive throughout the year exploring who should be the keynote at this year's event. And this year it's obviously John Foley. He's one of the top 10 most in-demand speakers for several years. And what I appreciate, John, I think if we've been a part of this great country for so long, we've all seen the Blue Angels in action, either live on TV. But I want you to think about the training they put in place, the communication they have, the briefing, the debriefing. I mean, these planes are getting within inches or a couple feet of each other, and they're executing performance each and every show that they perform. And I am convinced, I'm sold. John Foley is going to tell us how they perform, how they prepare, execute, and how they review that past flight experience to improve the next one. And this is going to be some valuable items that we can bring back to our teams, to our bases, and help raise the level of flight within our own organization. So looking
Yeah,
forward to
if
hearing
you're
from John. Yeah, Travis.
yeah, if you're not familiar with the Blue Angels, there's a couple great documentaries out there. I think Netflix has a relatively new one, and it is remarkable. Like they're literally flying within 6 inches of each other.
I have to
So
check that
check that
out.
out. Yeah.
All right. How about fan favorites? So we've made some changes.
Yeah, lots of really fun things that happened at Ignite. Last year, we introduced a community garden. We're rebranding this year. The Help Hub is where you'll be able to connect with members of the Aspire team. And you can sign up and get some one-on-one time with your CSM or implementation manager. We'll have representatives there from our success and technical teams as well. So lots of opportunities to get that help. You can sign up when you're there in person. I think you'll also be able to communicate through the app as well. Last year, we were really excited to bring our first ever customer awards to Ignite, and we are bringing those back this year. We've been pouring through all of the incredible submissions. We got some really great customer stories, and it's been a challenging process to navigate selecting finalists and winners. So hopefully we'll have that done by Ignite. It's a tough challenge, but we're doing our best to get there. Really excited to share those award winners with you guys again this year.
Yeah, and then we also have, backed by popular demand, The Price is Right. This was an awesome session last year. A lot of people had a great time and won some amazing prizes on the main stage. So to give attendees a little bit more of an opportunity to participate this year, we've moved this up a little bit earlier in the conference rather than having it be the closing session. And you'll be able to basically earn raffle tickets in a few different ways throughout the conference in order to submit your name to participate in this. So it works like very accurately for what The Price is Right is. And you'll be able to win some awesome prizes and just have a really great time. So this will be the closing session on Tuesday, the second day of the conference, right before our evening event, Ignite the Night. So highly recommend, even if you don't want to participate and enter your name, to get up on stage. It was so fun to just watch and see the winners win.
So opportunities to engage. This is probably the greatest opportunity you're going to have to meet peers. Perhaps it's companies that are your size. Maybe you're looking to scale. You want to talk to some larger organizations. This is, to me, the core of what we've always been at Aspire, and that's to share information, to bring people together and open things up. So Travis, Jenna, what do we have in the schedule? I know there's a few things here, but if you don't mind touching base on that.
Yeah, let's do it. So our first like really big networking opportunity is going to be the welcome reception. So this is on Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. And it's really just like that first evening of the conference. Really gives everybody a chance to come in, mingle, have a little bit more of a relaxed setting where you're not focused on sessions or keynotes or other training. You can come in and meet our exhibitors and a lot of our sponsors, who this will be the first kind of expo hall opportunity of the conference. So it was a lot of fun last year. Some people mentioned that this was some of their favorite time, or others regretted that they didn't make it in time to catch some of these hours. So definitely recommend getting out there during the welcome reception and going and mingling with some folks there.
Yep. At lunch, we're going to have the opportunity for you to connect with other Aspire users at our Birds of a Feather lunch. You'll be able to select the table that you want to sit at based on a topic or how long you've been in the system or your role in the company. So some different options for you to connect with other users that, if maybe you've got some questions heading into the snow season, you want to talk to some other users of the system that are doing snow or irrigation or some other things like that. Birds of a Feather lunch, great way. Have your lunch, have a conversation, and get some of those questions answered, make some connections that maybe you take home with you.
Travis, I feel like folks, we do a survey after each event to understand what we liked, disliked, where we can improve. But I feel like this was one of the most highly rated parts of the conference. We got a lot of great feedback from it. So you folks, please take advantage of this.
Yeah, absolutely. It was highly rated. I think what it means is that the clients want to hear us talk less and they want to talk to other clients more. So we're trying to give you plenty of opportunities to do that.
And then lastly, we have Ignite the Night, which is our awesome evening event that really just kind of rounds out that conference experience. We're going to be bringing a hometown carnival feel to an outdoor area of the Marriott Anaheim. So you luckily won't have to travel very far this year to get to Ignite the Night. It'll be right in our backyard, you could say. There'll be tons of surprises, and I don't want to spoil anything too much, but it'll be a great time. Again, another fantastic opportunity to just have a little party with your teammates, fellow attendees, and Aspire folks.
Jenna,
And for those that are,
will there be music?
There will definitely be music.
Will there be games?
There will definitely be games, and
Well,
we will even be serving food and maybe some drinks as well.
nice. Will there be a dunking booth?
I cannot confirm or deny that there will be a dunking booth.
Will there be knife throwing?
I can also not confirm or deny if we will have
Okay.
knife throwing.
Anything else you think I should ask? What will be
it's
there? You guys let me know.
axes, not knives, Travis.
Axes, maybe it's axes. That's right. Very good. We'll put Jenna on the spot if you have any questions. Throw it in the Q&A.
We understand, hey, we're flying all the way across the country to get out to California, and what happens if I bring a +1? So Jenna's going to talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the awesome news is if you are traveling with your spouse or another person, you can bring a +1 to those 2 evening events, both the welcome reception that I mentioned and Ignite the Night. So like everybody mentioned, we'll be sending out these slides afterwards, so you can follow this link to purchase a party pass and get your +1 in for the welcome reception and Ignite the Night only. But just an important call out there that you have to register using a unique email that isn't already tied to your Ignite registration. So I know some folks last year just tried to put their own email down again, and it caused some problems. So just make sure that when you are registering for one, that you use a different email.
Awesome.
All right. How about keynotes networking, Travis?
Yeah, so let's dig in just a little bit. You heard about when it's happening and all the fun things that are happening. At the core of what we're doing through Ignite and our user conferences is all about customer education. There's so much that you can do with the system. We want to make sure that you are getting the most value from the system that you can. And as things evolve over time, what you can do changes. So Ignite is a great way for us to connect and share with you a lot of different new things that are coming, things that have been in the system that have evolved over time. So we're going to have the opportunity to dig into that. One of the ways we do that is some really engaging main stage sessions. Obviously, we've got our product roadmap session. It's always a hit. It'll be on Tuesday morning just before lunch, where we will dig in and see what's coming. I'm sure we'll be talking about AI. Everybody's talking about AI. We've got a lot of cool things coming out on that front that are really going to be transformational in how the software works over the coming years. And we've got a couple of great sessions. So kicking off the state of the industry, the Service Titan and Aspire leadership will be on stage talking about where we're at, where the industry is heading, and what the future looks like for us. As most of you heard, this is Mark's last Ignite with us, and he'll be transitioning out of the business. Eli Zevin is stepping in as GM of the landscape side, so he'll be there as well. So it should be a great start to the conference. And then as we're closing things out on Wednesday, we've got a great session with some clients looking at like what today and tomorrow looks like as we're continuing to build for the future. So that should be a great way to close things out on Wednesday as well. All right.
Ignite by the numbers, right? We've got a ton of sessions. We've got some fantastic client speakers and an opportunity for these teams. If you're bringing more than one person, you're bringing a team. Pay attention to what Travis is going to talk about in the upcoming slides to make sure that your team is taking advantage of all the training opportunities that are out there.
Yeah, thanks, John. It's really difficult to encapsulate like how big and how much opportunity you have at Ignite. We try to make it as customizable as possible for you to go to Ignite and connect with the people that you need to connect with. We're offering 54 breakout sessions over the 3 days. In those 54 breakout sessions, we've got 37 client speakers that are going to be involved. So again, we think pretty highly of ourselves. We think we know a lot about Aspire and your business, but we also know that it's really powerful to hear from others in the industry that are using the software, and we are empowering those opportunities to engage. Before we move on, just a couple of sessions I wanted to highlight. We got there's 54 of these. I'm obviously not going to talk about all of them, but just a couple, right? Justin White is going to be leading a session on the speed advantage, accelerate your success with proven high performance strategies that I think is going to be lights out. Jared Woodend is going to be talking about the foundations of frontline leadership. Met with Jared last week, and I'm so excited about this session. It's going to be incredible. Seth from the Grunder team is going to talk about igniting performance, proven strategies to incentivize your landscape team. Seth's done a great job with the Grunder team and their growth. Really excited for that as well. We have some incredible panel sessions. We got an M&A panel that we're going to talk about buying and selling landscape businesses. I think is going to be terrific, and a panel with the Reinhardt team talking about driving ROI with integrated fleet management. And Bob Griver is going to be leading a session called Beyond the Mo, Elevating Client Relationships Through Communication. One of the things he's going to tell you, spoiler alert, just don't suck at the landscaping and be really great at client communication. So go see Bob and listen to that session. There's a whole lot more. We've got a session, last one, and then we'll move on. We got a session about the 15-minute estimate and how we can speed through the prospecting and estimating to get more proposals out to your clients using our partner Convex and Property Intel. So really great sessions out there. There's a ton more. You can dig into the agenda, and we'll show you how to do that here in just a little bit. So there is a lot going on. So how do you navigate all of these sessions and to determine like what sessions should I go to? What do I want to do? So a couple things to keep in mind. We've got some different audiences that will be at Ignite. So we've got 3 primary audiences. So as you're searching through the sessions, all of them will be labeled with a primary audience, either landscape, clean, or pest. There'll also be an industry designation, so that you could see some sponsored sessions in that mix as well. So if you want to see who our partners are and go to sessions that will connect you with them, you can filter down to see those sponsored sessions. We always get the question of like, can we get sessions that are more advanced? So we have designated some sessions that are more beginner and some sessions that are more advanced. Those are relative. Okay, so if you've been on the system for 10 years, you may go to an advanced session and it may feel a little bit like a beginner session. That's just because you're really skilled. And we're trying to provide information that's valuable for everyone, but you can filter by those skill levels, and I think it'll help. And then the last 2, like a lot of different ways you can kind of hone in on what's important to you. We've got different session types. If you're into business development or pro products or networking, we got all these things you can filter by. And then all of our sessions are aligned to these 5 different tracks. So we've got a revenue generation track that's really focused on how can you drive revenue generation, efficient operations. How can you operate in a way that will drive value to your business? Execution excellence, which is more about like your back end office and management staff. Effective administration, so for your power users and administering the system. And then financial mastery for our chief financial officers, accountants, and anyone else who made payroll, I think is included in that as well. So those are kind of the general ways that we can navigate through all the sessions. You can use those filters to help you determine which ones are the best bet for you. And the last thing before we go from this slide, sorry, Jenna, if you reach out to your CSM, we also have an AI-driven tool internally that we can use to plug in some information about your specific business and give you some recommendations on what those sessions might be good for you. So if you are having a tough time figuring out what you think you should be going to sessions you should go to see, reach out to your CSM. They can help you out with that.
It's a great call out, Travis.
All right. Really, really excited. This is brand new for 2025. First time we've offered pre-conference workshops. So on Monday morning, 10:30 to noon, we are going to get things kicked off with two very hands-on workshops. So if you are interested, these are focused on two topics that are really critical. One is mastering work tickets. So that work ticket management process, no ticket left behind. We're going to walk through that process with you. There you go, John, leave no ticket behind. We're going to walk through that process with you, and then we're going to get into your systems with you. So these sessions are capped with the first 50 people that register. We're going to have lots of Aspire subject matter experts in the room to work with you as you work through cleaning up any old tickets and getting your system up to speed so you can operate optimally.
And Travis, that's one session. Folks, if you're newer on Aspire, if you can make it, do not miss this. Mastering the ticket, leaving no tickets behind. It's not a secret, but to some it is. They've acted like they've never heard it before, but this really is the root of success for Aspire, mastering ticket management.
It's, they say garbage in, garbage out. The work ticket is where we are determining all of that. So if we get really good at managing our work tickets, we get really good data into our system, and that makes all of our reports and data that much more valuable. The second session that'll be going on at the same time is all about fixing your profit leaks. So it's going to take a hard look at pricing in Aspire. So how to navigate the multiple overhead recovery system for markups and profit margin, and also managing your item costs and your estimates. So again, two sessions I think are going to be excellent, particularly for newer clients. But if you are struggling in either one of those areas and you could be there Monday morning, I would encourage you to sign up and get some hands-on experience in the system in these workshops.
All right, thank you, Travis. So Jenna, how can we plan their experience?
Yeah, that's a great question. So now that Travis kind of explained all of the filters and even highlighted a few sessions, I'm going to talk a little bit and even share a little short demo on the Ignite Attendee Hub. So this is where you can do a lot of your kind of conference planning, as John mentioned, including exploring all of our sponsors and exhibitors, updating your profile. You can add a profile image and a bio and all other details, and actually network directly with other attendees. And then most importantly, you can build your personalized agenda and save your seat at sessions. In past years, I don't think we've required seat saving, but just recommended building your schedule just to help you on site. But this year we will be asking people to formally, register and add these sessions to their agenda in order to formally save your seat. So if you want to get a spot at your favorite sessions and some of those awesome ones that Travis just highlighted, definitely recommend going into the Attendee Hub and doing so. So with that, let's actually walk through the Attendee Hub. So when you first log in, you'll actually be on a splash page to log in and put in your details that you registered for the conference with. So it'll ask for your first name, last name, and email, and you'll want to put in those details that match your Ignite registration. And then it will send you a verification code to complete login. And then once you log in, you'll be on this page where, as you can see, we have those three most important tasks immediately available to you. So you can build your agenda, explore our wonderful lineup of exhibitors and sponsors, and then update your profile. There are also a couple other pieces under community, like I mentioned, under this attendees tab. You can go and you can actually click message and formally message someone. You can join in on some of these discussions that we've posted. I know some people, mentioned they haven't attended an Ignite in the past, or if you have, you can jump in here and talk about, your past experiences at Ignite and really connect with other attendees. And then we'll also have a very exciting new activation on the expo floor this year called the Ignite Expo Quest. So we'll be publishing more details here on that closer to the event. But like I mentioned, for the most important part, I just want to walk through how to build your agenda. So like Travis mentioned, you can filter all of our sessions by a handful of different categories, starting with obviously just the date and the time, if you have particular days or times that you would like to look at. And then beyond that, we have all of those session tags that Travis went through. If you don't want to filter it all and just scroll through the entire list of sessions, you can do that as well. And when you find one that you want to add, it's as easy as just clicking this lovely little blue add button. So I will call out once you add a session on a particular day and time, if you try to add another at that same time, the system will prompt you that you can only schedule one at a time. So this really helps you ensure that you're not overbooking yourself or adding sessions to your agenda that you can't attend. And this is also where you will add the pre-conference workshops that Travis explained, and there are limited seats available. So if you are definitely going to be attending these and you're going to be in Anaheim by 10:30 for those sessions, you can go ahead and add them while they are still available. And then once you add all of your sessions to your agenda, you can actually just go in and see only the sessions that you have scheduled for yourself and not the full list of sessions. So I've already added in a lot of the networking events, just for an example, and you can even toggle and see like just a single day's view and just see your whole time of what you've signed up for at the conference. So the Attendee Hub is really a fantastic tool. Highly recommend getting in here as soon as, if you're registered already for the conference, definitely get in here and add your sessions. If you haven't registered for the conference yet, you will have to register in order to access the Attendee Hub. And yeah, those are the main pieces. So with that, I am also going to just call out, as you're doing all of your reserving, we have a hotel block at the Anaheim Marriott, and that hotel discount will end upcoming August 22nd. So I just want to call out, as you're making all of these reservations and your travel, make sure that you're getting a room before this time runs out. All of the details are available on the Ignite website under the travel page. So you can follow the link here or follow the link on the website. Oh, and actually, sorry, one thing that I missed for the Attendee Hub, all of your sessions that you add to your agenda in the Attendee Hub will transfer over to our event mobile app, which will release a couple weeks before the conference. So while you're on site and you have your phone and you have the mobile app, you'll be able to see all of these same details, the networking with attendees, like you'll have all the same options, but just in a mobile app form rather than this desktop version. So again, cannot recommend using the Attendee Hub enough to just like plan your experience out and make sure that you're all set on site.
All right, Jenna, thanks so much. So let's submit any questions that you have. If you've been here before, please feel free to share some of your experiences. But if you haven't and you've got some questions, we'd love to hear them.
Yep, and Jenna, on the app, it'll be the Cvent app, and then we'll release this probably a week or so ahead of the conference. Is that the time frame to be looking for it?
Correct. Yeah. So I think it'll be about 1 to 2 weeks before the event. The Cvent app, the mobile app, will go live, and we'll also include all registered attendees will get a know before you go emails about a week or two out from the conference, and probably another day or two before. And we'll also have details about the mobile app listed there.
Awesome. Sounds terrific. John, I don't think we got any questions at the moment. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on that, but everything that's come in so far has been answered already. So I think we're good to move on.
I did really quick.
All right.
I saw a good question in the chat. Somebody had asked about if sessions were being recorded. So did just want to call that out in case people aren't reading the chat itself, that we will be recording sessions and distributing slides and recordings after the event. So stay tuned for a lot more comms on that post-event.
All right. And Jay Bell, we've got a couple late entries from Miranda and Lacey. Did you get them added?
Yes, of course.
All right. Let's get this raffle underway.
Awesome. Yeah,
And we've got another one. Jay,
Oh.
what added?
Let me share my screen and see who is, oh, sorry. What's the name that is missing?
Jay Rotanelli.
Can you say that again?
Jayr.
Awesome. Everybody is in. I feel like I'm missing an outfit, like a big hat or
You
something.
are,
Yeah.
and we've got one
We
more.
got one more. Are we
Jose
gonna?
Orantes.
One more?
Yeah, one more
Yeah.
person. Jose O.
Okay. Are we ready then to spin this wheel?
Let's spin this wheel to get
Spin
it going.
that wheel.
Okay.
I like the energy, Jenna. Good job.
I love it.
And the winner is
Andrew Dixon.
Dixon.
All right, Andrew.
Congratulations,
Good job.
Andrew.
Excellent.
Congrats, Andrew. Very exciting.
So Andrew will be in touch with the details, get you that ticket. That's awesome. Thanks for showing up today and looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, hey folks, Travis and I have been through these for a number of years. A couple words of advice that I might suggest to you is come two-sided to this event. Come with the mindset of surrendering. Be willing to share who you are. Share what you're scared about. Share where you're going with your business. Share who you want to become in the future, and then come with the mindset to attack. Get after the content you want. Meet the people that you're wanting to meet, and take advantage of this opportunity. This is a totally different experience than some of the other trade shows you might go to throughout the country. This is a trade show focused on us, on this product, and on you. So take advantage of it, and we look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I could make a recommendation, it would be to take really good notes. You're going to have a lot of information flying your way. So whether you're a notes in an app on your phone or a pen and notebook person, take good notes, make connections, and be engaged in what's going on at Ignite. I think it could be transformational for your business.
Amazing.
All right. Well, I think that's all we've got for you. really appreciate you taking the time to join us today. Looking forward to seeing you in California in just a few short weeks. And till then, have a great rest of your day.